So, guys, I'm going to go through the line of the cast and I'm going to give my 2 pence. Giselle is a witch. She's got a very nasty spirit about her. Her prime years were obviously university, being a pastor's wife or whatever it is. She enjoys being a queen bee, sorority type of thing. This is where she thrives. This is where her nastiness thrives. Okay? Her comment about Stacey can't be trusted around husbands and children. What? No one said nothing about that. I think that's a diabolical thing to say about someone. A diabolical thing to say about someone. What do you mean you can't be trusted around children? What does that mean? How can you just throw stuff out like that and no one checks it? Maybe people didn't hear, but she needs to explain what she meant by that. And at the end, at the end of the event, when she escorted Stacey out, Stacey was already leaving your event. Like, what did she do that the others didn't do? Giselle, oh my gosh. I just think Giselle is one of those people that if you look better than her, if you have more power than her or appear to have more power, whatever, she tries to bring you down a notch. She's the type of friend, well, I wouldn't be friends with her, but she's the type of woman that for her to feel good, she has to shade you a bit. She has to shade you a bit. Why do you think her relationship with Robin is so successful? Because Robin isn't a threat to her. Ugh. And this is what makes Tia even more pathetic to me. Because what Giselle did in Nevis, or Nevis, I don't know, yeah. What she did to you, she embarrassed you in front of your peers. She embarrassed you. She was doing a typical mean girl stuff with that catfish thing. I feel like you have a reason to be upset. But no, you can't go for Giselle because she is the HBIC, so you go for Wendy. All the smoke and venom you have for Wendy should be going to Giselle because she is the one that orchestrated that whole conversation. And she obviously hit a nerve and made you feel bad. But you want to be right up her cervix that you forgive her within a day. But Wendy, oh no, we need to drag this on for weeks and weeks. Girl, bye. Moving on to thing 2, aka Kiana. Girl, firstly, your brother's fine. Your brother's fine. Secondly, this is obviously a scheme. I don't know, Karen maybe set up that has got the backing of X, Y, and Z. This rah you have for Stacey is so unwarranted. It's so pathetic. Monique is the only one that should be angry about what Stacey allegedly did. Monique is the only one, and Monique don't care. So if Monique don't care, why do you care? And you're like, oh, I don't care. Yes, you do. Because you have so much vim for Stacey. When Stacey comes to the table now, you get up and you go to the bar. You're filming a reality show and you get up and go to the bar because you know it's a scheme. You know it's a scheme, okay? Let's just be clear. This whole, she told Chris and whatnot, it's a scheme. I don't believe Stacey told him. I believe someone else told him or told Cookie. Cookie then reported and it's been twisted. Even Monique said, don't even trust Chris like that. Be careful. She don't care. And you need to focus on your relationship, okay? Because I don't know how it works in American real estate, but you better have down that Greg is giving you that money to buy the condo as a gift. And if he wants to live there with you, or, you know, this be like a second home for you guys, you need to put down a cohabitation agreement prior that if you guys break up, if you're not getting married and you guys break up, he has no claim to the property. Don't be stupid, Kiana. Your mum is telling you the truth. If you don't want to marry this man or you're happy not being married, that's fine. You know, if you want to take his money and he wants to give it to you, that's fine. But have paperwork in place because, yeah, just do that. And bring your brother back. Monique, do you know what? I can tell Monique does not care about this whole Chris situation. And it's like, I feel like she feels that she knows she's being used. She knows she was being used, this storyline, because they know how, obviously we've seen when she gets activated, how she behaves. They obviously want her to activate on Stacey. This is a clear scheme that these people have set up, and they want Monique to go off on Stacey. Let's just be real. That's what it is. And Monique is not taking the bait. She does not care. You tried it. Kiana tried it at the Pride event. From then on, you should realize this isn't it. But obviously, you wanted to be like, oh, that wasn't enough to get her angry. Let's now go and add that she went to speak. She went to go and tell what you said about him to him after. Like, are we not getting that this is what is happening here? Are we not, like, I don't understand why people still think Stacey's the one that did it. Even if she did, like, Monique doesn't care. And, you know, as a woman, I mean, I'm not speaking for all women, but when Monique was like, she said to Chris, or she said in her head, like, you will never enter me again. And she never went back. She doesn't care. That means Chris's D is trash. Chris's D is trash. She's obviously had her back broken since the divorce. We've seen the video of that guy licking her neck. There was more passion in that video than it ever was with her and Chris. She doesn't care. When a woman is done sexually with a guy, or the sex is basic or is bad, and we're not going back, we actually don't care what you do. If Monique was still shagging Chris, or the sex was so good that occasionally she goes back occasionally, then Monique would have cared. But the fact that she doesn't care just shows that Chris's D is trash. Just my opinion. Now I'm gonna go on to Tia. Tia, I had high hope for you. Not even, your name isn't even Tia, it's Atunike. Atunike. Okay? Beautiful name, by the way. However, Tia is one of those typical Nigerian Yoruba babes from the UK. I said what I said. Very, very follow. Very, very fall into mean girl type of thing. Because I'm not saying Stacey didn't, maybe, okay, Stacey lied to you. But for you to be so upset at Stacey, and for you to be so under Giselle and going after her, is very pathetic to me. And I bet you if Giselle didn't have a problem with Stacey, and she actually really liked Stacey, Tia wouldn't give it this much vim. So that just shows me she's a follow babe. She's not a leader, she's a follow babe. And there's a lot of her like her where I grew up. And I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is not shade, but I'm just saying this is not surprising to me. Wendy girl, this episode didn't really... Listen, I hope you get through this fraud thing, because I really like you this season. You are looking good this season as well. And it's a shame what's happening to you. But girl, if you did what they say you did, then let this just be a lesson to you and let it not happen again. I think it's a disgrace what your dad is doing to you. I have never heard an Igbo man treat his children like this. I think it's honestly disgraceful. And your mum is giving Evelyn Braxton, like, you know, new teeth, lost weight, wig, like, maybe that's where all that extra money was going to Wendy's mum. But I still like Wendy. And her little, you know, detective thing at the end of this episode, I think it was spot on. Jazzy, you're doing good, girl. You're doing good. I would prefer to see you. I think you have more drama in your relationship than Kiana and Thing. But okay. Stacey, these little white lies are not helping you. I need you to just be like, Timo didn't want to spend time with you, or he's not comfortable with being around the group yet, or I don't want to tell you guys yet. Like, stand in your reasoning. Don't tell white lies, because these people are calling you a liar. Even though all of them have lied about stuff, serious things they've lied about, by the way. But yeah, that's the thing. Just stand in it. Be like, I don't want to tell you. I didn't tell you. I don't want to tell you yet. That's a good enough reason. I don't want to tell you. Last and least, get Trashly off my television screen. I cannot stand her, guys. I can't stand her. That no storyline having trickster-asked imp. I can't stand Ashley. She has no storyline, and she's latching on to this Stacey thing. Same way she latched on to the Wendy Osu thing. There's no storyline, guys. We need to get her out. Her, Kay, and Angel can go next season. She doesn't have a storyline, and I feel like she knows that she doesn't have a storyline. That's why she's being so extra with this Monique thing. She's using Monique, and I hope Monique knows that she's being used. That is my recap from this week.